My name is Regina Davis. I'm the older sister of Charles Davis. Hey Charlie Des. And I'm standing right now in front of the Corrie Huis. In the Netherlands, the Corrie spoke Dutch. In the Nederlands taal, you don't say Corrie you say Corrie. This is the house. You can see the windows, the little tiny windows above. That's interesting. And you have to wait outside to take a tour. And they have the clocks on the door. They tell you that there's a tour in Dutch and there's a tour in English. And we're going to take the tour at 2 o'clock, the English tour. There's a Dutch tour going on right now at 12:30. So they tell you all about the house in Dutch, but we're going to learn all about the house in English at 2 o'clock. So let's take them out on the street. I'm filming with my very good friend Johanna, my future sister-in-law. And so she'll say hello in a little bit too. And so here's a view of the street. This is called a steeg in Netherlands, in the Dutch language. And the Dutch people call their language het Nederlands taal. So you'll hear me call it Nederlands, not Dutch. Come on out on the street with me. See it. This is a typical Dutch shopping street. It's much bigger than a steeg. A steeg is a little side street. We'll see you guys at 2 o'clock. Hey, so here we are inside the Corrie house. And this is the parlor where they had Bible studies. And as you read in the book, we heard some really cool information that 100 years before the house was raided in 1944, so in 1844, local Messianic Jew asked the grandfather of Corrie in this parlor to pray for the Jews, the Jewish nation, and Casper said, that sounds good.
Family tree.
And so they started praying for Jews, for the Jewish people in this house 100 years before the house was raided. So that's really cool information we just found out about the grandfather of Corrie. Here's Casper on the wall.
No, this was chopped down during the war. Yeah, I remember. During the war, of course, the people were out of firewood.
This is a parlor of Bible studies, of prayer, but also of fun, of community, of life, of love, and of family. Here's pictures of Corrie on the right.
Okay,
little sister and Betsy.
Just watch out, there's a step down before a step up.
And here's an original lamp from the house. Not all the furniture is original. Here's an original clock. If you get a chance, come and hear the stories here in Haarlem. It's beautiful. What we learned is that this big piece of wood was added later when the two houses were joined into one, and it comes from a ship. So one of the old ships, it's the mast, the wood that made the mast of the ship, and they created a circular staircase around it, which helped. So that when the Gestapo ran up the stairs really fast, they would get a bit disoriented because it was a circular staircase. So it worked really well to help aid them in the resistance. Go.
So this is the hiding place for the Jewish people. Hi, I'm Johanna, by the way, of Regina. And this was the hiding place where they have to run through when the doorbell was ringing and the Germans came. They have to run through this little corner and sliding. Then we're standing right in this hiding place right now. And you could drop the thing by this. See?
So it's a weight system.
It's a weight system, which really beeps, squeaks.
I think you're better
a little bit of oil. And then they have to stand here with around 15 people, or sometimes more. They have to push through this door so that the Germans, when they knock on it, they don't hear that it's empty behind it. So the whole system of thinking about how to do everything. And it has to be in 1 minute, they have to be all upstairs, and it's really big turning stairs. They have to go in, and they have to pee here, and they have to do everything.
Oh yeah, we should show them the box they have to pee in. This is the box. Can I show you?
Okay. That's the box. Let's pee in. And the last evening, when Corrie and the father and everybody was away, all the Jews were in here. They had to hide, but there was nobody who's going to say like, hey, there's nobody else anymore, so you can't come out. So they were in there for 2 days. But they forgot the last evening to put water in this, because they had an appointment that they will always put water in this can, so that if they had to stay there a long time, there was water here. They forgot about it. And then they only had this can with little crackers in it, and while they ate it and they peed in it and stuff. And then the last evening, somebody just stepped on it and it fell apart in this, where everybody was standing. It's a hilarious story.
It stinks so bad. Here I am in Corrie's bedroom, and this is where her bed was laying, and this is where they had to run past into the hiding place as quickly as possible. And it's a solid wall made completely of bricks. They had an architect design the wall. He did it so good that if you pull the carpet up, you see that the wall actually goes underneath the flooring. They were really everything was well thought out, well planned, that the Germans would have absolutely no idea that there was truly resistance going on here. Unfortunately, there was one place where the ration cards were hidden that gave the house away, and I'll show it. It's right behind. Here were ration cards hidden, and unfortunately, they discovered the hiding place, and they knew that it was truly a resistance house. So, exciting. Are we rolling? No. Here we are up on the roof. This is where the Jews were able to come and get some fresh air that were in hiding here. There were not only Jews hiding, like you guys read in the book, there were also Dutch members of the resistance as well as work. There was a group of Dutch workforce, ages 18 to 30 or so. 16 actually to 30, and they were taken to work the German farms. So they were Dutch forced labor from the Dutch young men. Here you see these reeds down below, and the house was the railing was surrounded with those reeds. All of the rooftops that you see that are the red clay tiles, those are old Haarlem, and that's exactly what it looked like when Corrie lived here. And any of the houses you see that are more modern were built since 1944. Okay, hey guys, the tour is over, and we heard some awesome stories about what the Holy Spirit did through the power of what Jesus did for us on the cross at the Corrie House. They tell miracles there every day. The gospel is preached from the Corrie House. Every day the gospel of Jesus Christ and what he did for us is preached in this house. So I want to just remind you that this is a real gospel. Real miracles happened in this house. And on this street, Corrie used to pray for this street because there were a lot of bums, people who were having trouble on this street at a time when she lived in this house. And to this day, as you see behind me, we've got something going on, trouble with the police, trouble with some of the locals, trouble with some immigrants, trouble with just people in general, and they need Jesus, they need to hear the gospel. So don't forget to pray for this street, just like Corrie prayed for it. Don't forget to let Jesus in your heart, let him reach you, and let him do real miracles in your life with the love of God. He loves you so much. So, see you guys later. Okay, we are here in Amsterdam, in front of Amsterdam Central Station. This is where Corrie would come with her father every Friday. He had to come to Amsterdam because he had a watch factory, or watchmaking shop, sorry. And the shop's clocks had to be set every week to the exact time. And Amsterdam Central Station is a very old station. It's behind us, you can see it. A lot of architecture to study there for people who like architecture. You can also take a look at Haarlem Central Station, which we didn't film, unfortunately. That is the oldest train station in all of Holland. So take a look at that on Google if you're interested. And the hey, we are sitting on a bridge, and I just wanted to take a quick look at the harbor over Amsterdam. Show and point out this really old boat behind us here. And
Batavia.
how do you say it?
The Batavia.
The Batavia. I couldn't remember the name. The Batavia has this really big mast, and that was what was used for the staircase in the Corrie house. So that shows you in context one of those really big logs back there that makes the mast of the ship. Just what that looks like before it was used in the Corrie house. And you have this shipyard museum next door to it. Het Scheepvaartmuseum. And it's just the museum for ships and traveling. And we thought we could speak a little bit of Dutch for you, Johanna en I. So we zullen een beetje Nederlands praten, jij ook?
Ja, zeker.
Wat zullen we zeggen?
Ja. We kunnen het over alles hebben, ze weten toch niet wat we zeggen.
Ja, dat is waar. We kunnen over wat we willen zeggen. Niemand weet het eigenlijk. Oké, well, welkom. In het Nederlands als je wilt, thank you, if you want to say thank you for your time. Wij zeggen dankjewel voor uw tijd. Ik zeg dankjewel allemaal voor uw tijd en voor uw aandacht. En ja, tot later.
Tot ziens!
Tot ziens.